The wind howled a mournful dirge through the skeletal branches of the ancient neem tree, its bitter scent carried on the harsh gusts. Young Guru huddled beneath its sparse canopy, the rough earth cold against his thin shawl. A single, sputtering clay lamp cast long, wavering shadows on the cracked ground. His small hands, stained with clay and calloused from endless attempts, struggled to mold a misshapen lump into a recognizable form. Guru was different. In a village where strong backs and nimble fingers were prized for pottery, his hands trembled. Not violently, but with a subtle, persistent tremor that made intricate work a frustrating ordeal. He longed to follow in his father's footsteps, to coax beauty and utility from the earth, but his hands seemed to betray his will. The village potter, a stern man named Soma, initially tried to teach him. The clay must be coaxed, boy, not wrestled, he'd say, his own hands moving with practiced grace. But Guru's creations were invariably lopsided, cracked, or simply collapsed before they could be fired. Your hands are not meant for this craft, Soma finally declared, his voice laced with disappointment. Find another path. But Guru's heart was clay itself, stubbornly clinging to the form it desired. He would spend hours by the riverbank, gathering the smooth, cool earth, his brow furrowed in concentration as he painstakingly tried to shape it. The other children would laugh, pointing at his deformed pots and calling him, shaky hands Guru. His own family, though sympathetic, gently urged him to consider farming or tending livestock, tasks that required less delicate manipulation. Yet, Guru found a strange solace in the feel of the clay, in the potential it held. He saw in each lump not just a material, but a story waiting to be told, a form waiting to be revealed. His tremor, though a hindrance, also forced him to work with a different kind of focus, a slow, deliberate patience that his more naturally gifted peers often lacked. One day, a traveling artisan arrived in the village, his cart filled with intricately carved wooden figures and finely wrought metalwork. The villagers gathered around, admiring his skill. Guru, drawn by the beauty of the crafted objects, watched with a mixture of admiration and a familiar pang of inadequacy. The artisan, a wiry man with keen eyes, noticed the boy's intense gaze. You have an eye for form, young one, he remarked. Do you work with your hands? Guru hesitated, then held out his trembling hands. I try to mold clay, sir, but my hands, they are not steady. The artisan studied his hands for a moment, his expression thoughtful. Perhaps, he said slowly, you are trying to force the clay. True artistry is not about brute strength, but about understanding the nature of the material, working with it, not against it. His words resonated deeply with Guru. He had been so focused on overcoming his tremor that he hadn't considered working with it. The artisan spent several days in the village, and Guru, emboldened by his unexpected encouragement, approached him again. He showed him his misshapen pots, his face etched with a mixture of hope and despair. The artisan picked up one of the flawed pieces, turning it over in his hands. See these imperfections, he said. Most would discard this. But look closer. There is a unique texture here, a sense of movement. Perhaps your tremor is not a weakness, but a different kind of touch. He then